where I talked about the Alchemist oil, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'll share with you my creation. I created this year, and I'm going to share with you my creation. I'm going to share with you what it's for, where to place it, and all of that good stuff, and how you know that it is working. The TMI version of my live, where I share with you how it supports you, and you could actually see evidence of it, so you ain't got to wonder. Right? I don't sell anything that nobody ever had to wonder, because this here stuff saved the life of myself first. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist oil. But before I get up in here, I want to let you know that today I'll be addressing two ways, not just my way, but something else that I do internally, because I sell this Alchemist oil here on the TikTok shop, and it supports you for immediate calm and immediate regulation of your nervous system. It supports you. I sell it here topically, although on the other place where I sell it, it is both for internal and external use. But here on TikTok, I do it topically. It is an organic product. If you want to find out more before I get to that, you can click on the orange shopping cart below, because I have it pinned. But today we are talking about nervous system regulation. And I pulled out some more little goodies, and I don't have them pinned on this here page. I only promote my Alchemist oil. On my backup page, it's a lifestyle TikTok shop. That's where I have all of my other products from other people as well, that I think can play a good hand in regulating the nervous system. But it is my knowing that you cannot lose weight, you cannot reverse autoimmune issues. Hell, you cannot manifest the desires of your life with a regulated nervous system. So we're going to talk about nervous system regulation today, and I'm going to teach you two ways. One of the ways is going to be, first and foremost, my brand, my Alchemist oil. Place it in your navel. Place 1 drop of this here Alchemist oil in a glass bottle inside of your navel. Why is that important? Because the navel is a central access point in your body. The navel is where your abdominal cavity is. It's the center focal point of your body. The navel is where digestion is, and where the digestion area being there, there's sometimes a lot of critters there. Hence, people in the abdominal cavity may have protruding bellies, big backs. All of this here area is the navel, right? Is pretty much the abdominal cavity, and the navel is a way that you can get in there. And so the navel is also a place where you can absorb everything easily and effortlessly. And so when you place in an oil inside of the navel, the abdominal cavity, oils have this way of oil pulling. So if you have some type of yeast or overload of critters inside that abdominal cavity, and you place an oil on that navel, it's known to sop it up, hence oil pulling. It's sopping up, it's pulling the waste, right? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. This is why that is one of the spots that I share with all of my supporters, where to place the Alchemist oil at. But I want to share with you, and we'll get deeper into the Alchemist oil. Like I said, if you want to know more before I get deeper into it, click on the orange shopping cart below. But I want to share something with you internally, even though the Alchemist oil is internally too, but something internally that a lot of people in the physical reality are missing out on, right? Something really, really vital. Something that really, really causes the body to reverse the acids inside. I'm going to be educating you on a product that you need in your life, and it is called baking soda. All right, so I don't even know, some of you all probably seen my viral video on baking soda, placing 1/16 of a teaspoon of baking soda in your 16.9 ounce water. Inside of my baking soda, this is my personal bottle, I keep my little scooper just for measurement purposes, because I say a pinch, but depending upon how much you grip, a pinch is going to be different depending upon your index finger and your thumb. But a pinch is actually 1/16 of a teaspoon, and so this is 1/16 of a teaspoon. Placing 1/16 of a teaspoon of red meal baking soda inside of your spring water actually alkalizes your water a little bit more. And in alkalizing your water, really what you're doing here is you're getting rid of some of them acids, that lactic acid that build up inside of you, right? But I want to share with you a concoction you can put together so you can drink this first thing in the morning, and then we'll jump back into the Alchemist oil, which is pinned on the bottom of the screen. So, are you listening? Because I be giving good shit, and I ain't just about to just give my good shit, and ain't nobody typing nothing in the comments. Let me know if you're listening. If you're not listening, then I can shut up and I can get off. Is anybody listening? Because some people know that I don't come here for bull crap. Hey, Diaz. Some people know that I've been true to this. Some people know I'm a blood type connection catalyst. Some people think I'm a new girl on here, probably. I don't know. Boss lady. Some people know, and you know, listen. I ain't back. What they call that? Casting no pearls amongst no swine. It's gonna help you. I'm gonna educate you. I ain't gonna be here all day long trying to get your money and all that. Nah, we gonna get in here and we gonna get out. If you missed it, you missed it. I'm retired. I gotta go watch my birds. I gotta go to the park and watch the water. It may be funny, but I'm so serious. All right. So we got some listeners out there. That's beautiful. I like it when you listen. All right. Let's make it do what it do. Right. Okay. So you got your spring bottle water. This is going to be very important. And if you have the Alchemist whole bundle, this is going to be very important. Before you go to bed, you need to drink this type of water. When you wake up, you need to drink water like this here. And that way you'll be getting rid of some of them acids and everything that this is causing you to kind of like release during this here particular detox phase. So you have a spring bottle water. It must be spring. So when you go to Walmart, it's okay if you get Walmart water. I ain't telling you to go get no expensive waters. You're manipulating your water so you don't have to get the expensive ones, right? So the expensive ones in the glass bottle used to be costly to me, right? So I figured out how to pick out a spring water and manipulate it to make it more softer, more alkaline, and work for my body. And this is how I manipulate mine. You make sure you read the label on the bottle. Because sometimes in the front it'll say spring, but then in the back it'll say filtered through a reverse osmosis system. What the hell? Which one are you? The one in the back? Right? So you got to wait. Make sure you read. Somebody type in a comment, read. I hear an accent. Yeah, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Read. Could I get a read in the comment? Read the damn label. That's what your job is. When you buying that case of water, make sure you read that label. Read the label, boss lady. Yes. So you make sure this is not reverse osmosis. That's good, right? All the water companies, all they need is LLDMC. So we ain't about to say this one better than that one. We just going to go for the one that say, I'm spring. I'm close enough. Because all of them ain't, none of them the best, right? Let's not fall for the okado, right? So your job is to look for a spring one. And this is 16.9 one case ones. Just get one that says spring. You spring? Okay, come on home with me. You get it home with you and you get you some Bob's Red Mill baking soda. And when you get your Bob's Red Mill baking soda, you're going to put one pinch of Bob's Red Mill baking soda. If you don't have this here little 1/16 of a teaspoon, you just use your index and your thumb finger. You put 1/16 of a pinch. However you squeeze your little pinch, that's going to be your pinch. You can't measure, you can't afford the spoon, then that's how you do what you do until you can afford the spoon, right? You put that in there, 1/16 of an ounce. I already put that up here. I'm just showing you the things that need to go in there. Next thing you're going to do. We're not arguing about this either, you hear? We ain't arguing. They got some people up in there, no, because they got da-da-da. All salts have all kind of things inside of it. Just leave it like that. Oh, the pink one better than the gray one, and the black one better than, listen. The reason why I choose this one is because I'm blood type connection catalyst. I've researched, I've figured all of this here stuff out. This one have 4 different types of magnesium. Magnesium is needed in every damn organ in the damn body. This one we're going to go through. We need a salt with color or hue. This is the one. It's gray, Celtic, sea salt. It has color, it has hue. It has 4 different types of magnesium. It is needed in every organ in the body, magnesium. And plus you need electrolytes. Because some of them waters, that 16.9 ounce water in that grocery store, you look at it, it might say spring and all that. But if you look at the water quality report, they probably don't even have much of any electrolytes. So you need electrolytes in your water. You buying the case. The case from Walmart is cheap. So you're manipulating the water. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. We're not arguing about it. So we done put a little pinch of the salt in the water. Of the baking soda in the water. And I don't want to hear nothing about sodium. We about to get to that. If you have high blood pressure, hold your pressure. We coming. I'm coming. Chill out. We done put a pinch of the baking soda in the water. We done put a pinch of the salt in the water, right? Blood pressure issues. I know. A lot of y'all got blood pressure. What about my pressure? What about my pressure? That's a lot of sodium. But no, it's not. It ain't a lot of sodium because it's a pinch. It's a pinch. It ain't a lot of sodium. It's just that you can't handle much sodium at all because you've been using white toxic salt, right? But chill out. I got you. You're also going to add a little splash. And if you're lazy, here you go. If you're lazy, here you go. You're going to add a little splash. If you don't want to buy you a whole lemon with some seeds in there, you're going to add you a little splash of some organic bottled lemon juice in that same said bottle of water. And that's what you're going to drink. You got that? What we got in the water? Baking soda, pinch. Gray salty salt, pinch. Splash of lemon, seeded lemon, pinch. For a splash, little splash, not a pinch, because you can't pinch the liquid, right? And we're gonna drink that. This water gonna be so smooth. Let me tell you what this water do, because this here water has all of that in there already. Let me get some more. Mm. A lot of people don't even like water. When you do that to your water, it tastes so damn good. It's so soft. It's full of minerals. The lemon up in there is opening up them kidneys, the adrenal glands, got them kidneys flowing, flushing out all them acid, that calcium build up and everything up in there. That baking soda up in there is antifungal, it's alkalizing the body. Then the lemon, of course, it was acidic when it went down, but that's good because it got rid of all of that them acids and stuff that was on the tongue and esophagus. But when it got to the stomach, that same lemon juice turned into an alkaline ash inside of your large and your small intestines. Now everything up in your body is electrified. You got electrolytes because you're an electric being and you was looking for electricity, you know. You wanted to activate your electric body, so the electrolytes from the salts were for you. You got all trace minerals of everything that was inside that salt, 80 plus minerals. You got H2O. You got it going on, right? Thank you. You're so welcome. You got it going on in here, right? You're regulating your nervous system. It feels so calm, so smooth. Wait, let me drink some more because it's good. I'm telling you, it's good. I just opened this bottle. I'm talking about the best hydration. Are you hearing me? I'm teaching you how to regulate your nervous system. I hope you hear me. If you ain't hearing me, you ain't gonna do it. That's on you. I can take you to the well, but I can't make you drink. And we sip. Mm. Talk about quenching your thirst. You know them stupid ass Gatorades up in the store? They be supposed to be doing this for you. But pay attention to them ingredients. I just told you we gotta read. They could never. This Gatorade right here. This your new Gatorade. You hear me? So we're talking about regulating your nervous system. I showed you the 3 things you need in your morning bottle of water. You just need to do this in one bottle of water. The one that you drink when you wake up and the one that you drink before you go to bed. It needs to be manipulated like that so it can help you regulate your nervous system from the inside. Getting rid of all of that fungus in the inside of that abdominal cavity and on that throat and on that tongue. Somebody type in the comments, heard. That was number 1. Somebody type in the comments, heard. If you heard what I said, how to manipulate that water, because we about to move on. I told you I'm retired. I ain't going to be here all day long. I'm going outside to watch my birds and do nothing and look at some water. So y'all ready for number 2? Type number 2 in the comments when you're ready for number 2. Number 2 way to regulate your nervous system. Okay, you heard me, huh? How they say, you too near me not to hear, man. Right? So number 2, that's gonna regulate your nervous system. That's gonna give you energy. Like you gonna have energy within. You got so much going on within from just that you just drink water. All you did was drink water. Your body don't be hungry for food like talking about no. You be hungry for minerals. Your body don't be hungry for food like talk about you be hungry for minerals. You are never hungry for a now later. You're never hungry for a donut. You eat the damn donut, but the body was saying, well, damn, I just wanted some fruit. I gave you a sugar craving because I wanted fruit. And you gave me a donut. I gave you a salt craving because I wanted electrolytes. And your ass gave me potato chips with white salt. That's been stripped of all of its minerals. Number 2, let's get into it. My creation, the Alchemist oil. What is the Alchemist oil? The world's most powerful antioxidant. Here on TikTok, I have the Alchemist oil being promoted as external use, but don't worry. Or should I say don't panic? Don't panic. It's organic. So, the Alchemist oil. The Alchemist oil is the world's most powerful antioxidant. And I'm going to say this here one time because TikTok don't like when I say this too many times here. The Alchemist oil is antifungal, anti-parasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. Okay, I can't say it no more. So remember that. This here is the carrier oil. This here is the Alchemist oil. Together, there is also a bundle. The purpose of the bundle is for those people who don't have their own carrier oil, right? So you take the carrier oil, which is a potent oil. Look at the bottom of the potent oil. I even put some little probe buds in the bottom of the oil as it is on its way transit to you. So you take about maybe 10 drops. I said 10, roughly 10 drops of the carrier oil. Let's see. Oh, I closed it back. 1 second. About 10 drops of the carrier oil, and you drop it in the palm of your hand. Or on a spoon if that's what you want to do with it. Oh, I have a little bird coming in the garage. Hey, buddy. When your nervous system regulated, little birds, all the animals, they know your name, they come visit you. Hey, buddy, how are you today? I'm coming. I told them I'm going to come and go play with my birds when I'm done. See you in a little bit. You right there. You right there. Okay. Yeah. 10. Sorry about that. So 10 drops of the carrier oil inside of the palm of my hand. And this is the Alchemist oil like I was sharing with you. You only need 1 drop. Look at the back of here. See that orange label? That's a warning label. So listen, don't play with it. Respect the potency of it. 1 drop, I said. 1 drop only. 1 drop. 1 drop of the Alchemist oil. And let's do it. 1 drop of the Alchemist oil. The Alchemist oil is the one that's in the glass bottle. Respect the potency. And so now that you have the carrier oil, 10 drops of it, 1 drop of the Alchemist oil in your palm of your hand, I just shared with you at the beginning of this live, maybe you're new here, I don't know, the central access point. I just shared with you on this live, maybe you're new here, I don't know, the place that you can immediately enter into the abdominal cavity, where the immune system is, where you could immediately calm and support that regulation of that nervous system. This place absorbs 10 times deeper than any other place on your body. This place is known as your navel. Place the Alchemist oil in your navel. Place 1 drop of the Alchemist oil with this carrier oil inside of your navel to support your body's natural detox pathways, to help support skin balance and odor control, to unalive any critters in there. This is a very potent herbal oil that supports the body's natural cleansing process, and it goes and put your body through an adjustment period. Now, I have a dress on, but we're going to try to see if we can dig up in there because I got a little slits on the side. Yeah, we're going to place it in the navel. This is what we're going to do. And as we place it in the navel, we're going to take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. This we're doing after we get out the shower at night, right before bed. One more time, take a deep breath in and blow it out. Why is that important? Because we're hitting the reset button. We regulate our nervous system when we touch the navel, when we put our oil in oil pull through the abdominal cavity via our navel. So it is important that we breathe and we really feel this calm. We feel this support. We feel this transition, this adjustment that's going, this process that's entering into our central access point of our body, the navel. Right? And so now the navel is one spot, but the palm of the hands, the soles of the feet, that's where nerve endings are, right? The top of the spine and the bottom of the spine, right? Those are where a lot of critters lie. And when I say critters, I hope you know what I'm talking about, because there's some things I can't say here on the tip to the top. But if you know, you know. You know that beer belly ain't just magnesium protruding, right? You know that humpback that we call the fat back ain't just calcium or iron, right? Chlorophyll. You think that's chlorophyll in that sack? The little critters up in there, baby. Come on now. So those are some places: the arch of the feet, the palm of the hand, the top and bottom part of the spine, Jacob's ladder, in the biblical text where Jacob wrestled with God. Because right at the top of the spine, there's a brain barrier pathway, and sometimes those are the critters that be sitting in the neck. Hence, sometimes people be having lower back pain or upper neck pain. They got critters. They'll be just gnawing at them sometimes right there. All right? And so sometimes the critters will get past that brain barrier wave and get into the head. Right? Get into the head. And then those same said people will end up with alopecia, Parkinson, thinning and balding of the head. Right? We talking about critters here. These are the same type of critters that make the nervous system unregulated. All right. So the Alchemist oil helps support regulation of the nervous system by deeply penetrating in the body, get rid of that tension, get rid of that irritability, and actually unaliving some things that don't serve them. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? This is why we're going to place it in the navel. And if you know anybody that work maybe at a morgue, they'll tell you when they open up the abdominal cavity on most people, they will see peace, fungus, overgrowth. People suffocating inside of the abdominal cavity. They'll see even baking soda. Why we got baking soda out here? Baking soda was supposed to be in here, in the mouth, not not underneath here, because we wasn't supposed to be funky like this here with critters. We wasn't supposed to be full of shit. We wasn't supposed to be in this chaotic place where we eating this so-called American diet with all of these preservatives and different things, right? So that's what ended up being inside of the abdominal cavity. So I'm teaching you two ways. I taught you two ways on the side. Number one way was to manipulate that water, adding the proper salts, baking soda, and lemon inside of that daily water. The number two ways is placing the alchemist oil inside of your navel before bed. And it automatically supports your body getting into a detox phase, an adjustment phase. Don't panic. The alchemist oil is organic. It is the world's most powerful antioxidant. Now, this here part of my life that I'm about to turn your attention to is going to be us talking shit. I gotta talk a little shit before I get up out of here and go look at my birds. Where my buddy at? I don't see him no more. We're gonna talk some shit. But I want to warn you, this is going to be a little TMI, but the only reason why I'm going to begin to talk shit with you is because I want you to understand that you don't just get this bundle just because I'm telling you to get it. Don't you ever buy nothing just because people just telling you to buy. Some people just be buying on impulse. That's what TikTok really be all about, buying on impulse. You ain't going to buy from me on no damn impulse. You're going to buy on me. Hey. You're going to buy from me because you know you going to see results. You know that it's going to support your body. So type in the comments if you're ready for it. We about to talk some shit. We about to talk about TMI. Somebody type TMI in the comments. Now, when you type the TMI or when you see the TMI coming across your screen, understand we're about to talk about shit. If you have a weak stomach and you can't handle your shit, get up out of my life. Because that's how you're going to see that the adjustment period has started, that this cleansing process has started, but you need to identify, you need to know what the hell you're looking for. Don't go buying no dreams now. Know why you buying stuff from people, right? Okay, TMI. Thank you for typing TMI. Let's shit talk. So I share with you what the alchemist oil was. I share with you how to use it. 10 drops of the carrier, 1 drop of the alchemist oil. I share with you how to place it. I share with you that it's the world's most powerful antioxidant. I also share with you that there will be an adjustment period, that a natural cleansing process was going to happen, but I just was telling you words. I could have been selling your ass a dream. I could have been on here hustling. I'm a hustler, baby. But I'm not. I want to go feed my birds. I just want to educate you and you make the choice. Here I am going to share with you TMI version of what's going to happen the next day after you place the alchemist oil on your navel. So you'll know in real time that I ain't just talking shit. You're going to see through your shit that you was full of shit. So most people would say the alchemist oil really supported me on the first night. Oh my God, I had the best night of my sleep ever. I had the best night of my life. You know, I slept like a baby. Oh my God, I love it. That's what they'll say the first night, immediately. It just was knocked out. And the reason why, if I pay attention to all of them and I pay attention to the properties in here, I pay attention and I put it in layman's terms, this is what I want to share. The reason why they slept so good is because the day before that they put that alchemist oil on their belly, they had a little critter that was doing like this here to them. Sucking their life force. Because that's what critters do. They try to suck on the life force until they become hosts. Until they take over. And so imagine if you had something sucking your magnesium that you was depleted in. That's why the doctor will tell you, hey, you're low in magnesium. Consume more magnesium. When you was eating the magnesium, you just wasn't benefiting from it. Because something was sucking your magnesium. But then when you place the alchemist oil on the navel and it unalived some of the critters that was gnawing at you, you slept so sound, you slept so peaceful, you felt so good because some of them suckers were unalive. And I always use this example. It's akin to you spraying Raid up in the kitchen. If you had a kitchen and it was infested with some roaches, some cockroaches, you spray the Raid and then you go in the kitchen afterwards, a couple hours afterwards, and you see cockroaches all on the table, just knocked out, right? They're unalive. But then if you pay attention, you will see some still crawling around. because you only did it one night. And this is why it's important for you to use the Alchemist oil 7 days on, 2 days off. 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. Because somebody typed 7-2 in the comments. Just like the man with the white coat, if he give you some rock to swallow, he'll tell you, hey, you better swallow all them rocks until you finish with them. All right? Because you don't went up in there and you sprayed some raid. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist oil. All right? You spray some raid in the kitchen and cockroaches, some of them died, but you done pissed the others off. Same way when you place the Alchemist oil inside of your navel. When you place it inside of your navel, you done pissed something that was taking your magnesium off. They pissed off. They got a trend here on TikTok that they tell the little suburban children, square up. Square up. Well, these little critters that was inside of you, after you placed that Alchemist oil on you that first night, you slept good because you unalive some of them, but the rest of them that's still alive, they like square up. They pissed off. They trying to square up inside of you. And the way that these little critters square up inside of you is they spit. All right? Imagine little critters spitting in you. They piss. Little secretions, They'll lay some eggs. Larva. Whole bunch of shit in there. And this shit, these secretions this year, when they're squaring up, it stinks inside of you. It's the reason why you'll see that beard regularly. That big back, right? You see them love handles and stuff protruding, and they can't lose weight, and then I got this craving. That's the critters up in there, right? They're squaring up. They try to become the host. This is why you don't stop the first night. You go 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. You place it in your navel. Now your only job, and this is why I share with you, your only job is you place it in your navel. Now your only job, and this is why I share with you, your only job is to say that are inside of you, that are unalive, you want to stay hydrated, you want to drink some water to flush that stuff out, at least you be full of shit. Especially if they're pissed off and they squaring up inside of you, pissing, shitting, laying eggs, trying to multiply. This is another reason why a person with the white coat, he'll tell you, we gotta let the virus run its course. No, don't you never do that. Don't you never let nothing run its course. Because when we talk about pissing these critters off, we talk about the multiplication of them. We ain't talking about multiply time 1. We ain't talking about, 100 and then 200. No, we talking about multiplying by the thousands. Running its course. No. It's because the white coat person will say that because they don't have anything to get past the lipid coating. These little critters, they'll bury themselves inside of fat pockets. They'll bury themselves underneath these lipid coatings. It's almost like a shield, right? Oils get through the lipid coating, my darling. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist oil. So this, hey, Big Zach, I haven't seen you in a while. So this lipid coating is what the little critters would shield themselves under. This is why you don't really get nothing when you have a so-called, we gotta have to run its course. No, placing the Alchemist oil is akin to oil pulling in the abdominal cavity. This is why you place it inside of your navel. So nonetheless, we done pierced the critters off, and so the critters are inside of us after we place the Alchemist oil in our navel, and they want to square up. So they secrete. They lay the eggs, this larva, all inside of this abdominal cavity, all inside of wherever they were, right? Because they're pissed off, and they are, trust and believe, trying to multiply. That's why you go 7 days, 2. 7 days, 2 days break. 7 days on, 2 days off is what I'm saying here, all right? Until you have your strength, your vitality, until you see evidence of your skin, of whatever you're supporting, until you no longer smell like shit. Because guess what? Your shit really wasn't supposed to stink. Your own people, it wasn't supposed to be raunchy. That was when you pissed off them critters inside of you, and they begin to multiply. That's why people stink. Matter of fact, this here bottle, the carrier bottle itself supports you underneath your arm. You can put this underneath your arm before you go to bed, and you don't even need to wear deodorant, baby. Because you're unalive in that thing that's making the body stink. But we're talking TMI, so that means we're talking shit on this particular live. And it's purposeful for me to talk this shit because I want you to understand your shit. Now ask yourself, don't type this in the comments. Don't type this answer in the comments. Ask yourself, am I a looker backer or am I bougie and I keep my head straight? For those of you who just came up in the room, if you see in the comments, we have TMI. Yes, we are talking shit. So ask yourself, you're sitting on a commode, am I a looker backer? Or do I just sit up there looking bougie and keep my head straight? Don't answer it in the comments, just ask yourself. Okay, now that you have your answer, I want to tell you the three phases of what you are guaranteed to see to know that you have reached an adjustment period and that this here Alchemist oil is supporting your skin balance and your odor control. Somebody type in the comments number one, because the proof gonna be in the pudding, or should I say the proof gonna be in your shit. Number one. I'll wait for the number one. All right. Number one. The first thing you're going to see is these eggs that I'm talking about. Remember the example, the cockroaches, the unalive cockroaches when you sprayed the raid? Well, when they square up, these cockroaches, these critters inside of you, you'll see them in your bowel as eggs. So we're going to imagine this is your turd. I know it's TMI. It's TMI time. I told you it's TMI. This is your turd, your little dookie right here. We talking shit. And you look back. And you saw it in the toilet. And as you looked at it, you saw specks inside of it. And they were ivory-looking specks. Specks looking like sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, or the seeds that's on top of a McDonald's burger bun. Just in case you didn't eat a sesame seed. So you looked at your turd, and you see these sesame seeds, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I didn't have no seeds today. What are those seeds? And why are they all ivory, bright colored, and they're different from my brown colored poop or my green colored poop? All right, those are eggs. Those are the little critters that you unalive when you put the Alchemist oil in your navel. I told you you was going to see proof in the pudding. Should I say proof in your shit? Number two. Somebody type in the comments number two. The number two thing, if you're a looker backer, don't worry. If you're bougie, I'm going to get to you. The number two thing, if you're a looker backer that you'll see, can I get another number two? Can I get another number two? I'll wait for my number two. I got to make sure you're paying attention. Can I get another number two in the comments? Number two. There we go. Thank you. So the number two thing you're going to see is that larva. Remember I told you these critters will square up and start pissing and shitting inside of you when they start being unalived by you? That larva, it is fun. Ooh, it's fun. It's funky. It's file, it's funky. So imagine, if you will, remember back in the day, Grandma used to make us this big old pot of mashed potatoes. That mashed potatoes and that gravy and that, ooh, and that big long wooden spoon. Sometimes she'll do meatloaf, sometimes she'll do steak with it. Ooh, Grandma. But imagine, if you will, with me, this mashed potato consistency on that wooden spoon being smacked on that plate. Well, number two is going to be the consistency of your number two, the consistency of your bowel, and it's going to be smeary, it's going to be slimy. You're going to have to clean the commode with this here particular bowel. But this bowel is mucus, it's mashed potato consistency, it's larva, baby. Smells like tar. You're gonna wanna flush the toilet immediately. I know this TMI, but you gotta know this happens when you hit the reset button, baby. Hey, Shrek on the movie Shrek says to Princess Fiona, better out than in it. So we're getting rid of the thing that was causing that sluggishness inside of you, that stink, that funk, that foul larva type, tar type smell. So that's going to be number two. And here we go with the bougie people who don't look back. We were talking about the looker backers. Well, if you don't look back at this point, baby, you ain't even got to look back, because you can't really breathe. You in the toilet and you smelling your own self. You smelling what was inside of you causing you disharmony. All right. You smelling your own odor. You smelling the odors of the unalive critters that you pissed off when you put the Alchemist oil inside of your navel. Better out than in there. They was trying to become the host. Who you think should win, right? So now you smell this, and so if you're bougie and you didn't never want to look back at this here stuff, Not only do you smell this, but it comes a moment your bouginess ain't even gonna win in this here process, because even if you have the wet wipes up in there and you just use the wet wipe and you just flush it down the toilet, there comes a moment where you wipe that ass in that smeary mashed potato consistency, larva type tar type mucus that's in your ass. You gotta look at the toilet tissue to see if it's clean, right? Gotcha. You had to look at it. And so now you see the consistency of it. You see, sometimes you'll see critters in it. Sometimes you'll see them egg cells in number one. But then other times, you can't miss but to see an adult critter, which is number three. Somebody type in the comments number three. Number one was you seeing the eggs, the AKA sesame seeds. Number two was you smelling and seeing that smeary ass larva, that mucus. And number three is going to be the adult critters, AKA worms. Somebody type in the comments number three. We got about 15 people up in here before I tell you about number three. One in every 15 person that come to this live has clenched their booty cheeks together. We talking TMI. We talking about being full of shit and releasing what shit ain't serving us no more. 1 in 15 people done clenched them booty cheeks because there was a wiggly squiggly critter that was trying to come out of that. That means from the rooter to the tutor, they was infested with these little critters. Somebody say, neighbor, is it you? I'm being messy. Tap the screenshot alive. I'm waiting on my number threes. Can I get another number three? Number three. I'll wait for it. Could I get one more number three? Because I'm educating y'all today. Now listen, you don't want to hear about them critters. You don't want to hear how to cleanse your ace from the inside out. Then you can keep on going. But number three is going to be the adult parasites. And this is like a worm. This is like a critter. Everybody's seen worms before, right? You see worms in a garden, like, right? So then there are hookworms, there are pinworms, and then there are adult worms, right? Adult worms look like an adult critter. But number three, I want to share with you number three because of this simple fact here. Some people overlook this here number three. Number three, okay, let's go back to imagine this is our stool. And we're looking at our stool. And all of a sudden we see, which appears to look like the skin of a tomato, red skin of a tomato. And you're looking at the stool and you're like, great, I didn't have tomatoes because I understand that tomatoes are nightshades. That's why my stomach always gets inflamed after I eat spaghetti. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Tomatoes aren't highly beneficial. Everybody want to grow tomatoes in their garden too. Tan up their stomach. But nonetheless, you see these tomato skins all over your bowel. We're talking TMI. We're talking shit over here. Welcome to the live where we talk shit daily. So here we go. We see these little tomato skins. And we're on the throne. We looked back and we saw that and we're like, I didn't have tomatoes. I promise I didn't. Because that's not tomatoes, Tut. Those are called flukes. And yes, my darling, you unalived some flukes. How did I unalive some flukes? Gotta just be because I put the Alchemist oil on my belly button, the central access point to my abdominal cavity. And there is the access way for me to unalive things that's gnawing on my digestive system. And as soon as I unalive them, my nervous system gets more regulated. And I can see it because the proof be in the pudding. When I sit on the toilet, it comes out. And I've been wondering what those strange things are, but this year live just educated me on them strange things. Are y'all hearing me? So that's number three. Thank you for the repos. So that's the three ways: the eggs, the larva, the adult critters being expelled. You're going through adjustment period. Your job is to drink water, stay hydrated. And when I say water, I say drink your weight divided into 2. That equals the ounces. If you're 200 pounds, you divide that into 2. That's 100. So you drink 100 ounces of water that day. You must stay hydrated. Remember, I told you, you're unaliving critters. You don't want the unalive critters sitting inside of you because it'll make you tired. It'll make your energy depleted. It'll make you full of shit a little longer. So you want to drink that water before you go to bed and drink that water upon rise, because the first meal is supposed to be you breaking fast, breakfast. If you breaking a fast, last night you went on a fast. When you put the Alchemist oil on the navel, and to break the fast, you need to hydrate and you got to release the toxins that was supposed to be released during the fast. You hear me? We should be fasting also, right? Some people have, this is a mental thing, emotional thing. Some people have emotional addictions to food. So yes, if you're not addicted and you can handle fasting and eating clear, this is the perfect time, because why would you release this here load? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist all, and then go put some more bread and wheat, which is not highly beneficial for no blood type, right? So you want to begin to eat lighter during this here time. No po' boys, no big heavy steaks, no big heavy potatoes. You know, you want to eat lighter food. You want to incorporate a lot of vitamin C, right? Yeah. So just make it make sense. I ain't telling you to become vegan, but I'm telling you oxtails and crawfish, this ain't the time to be eating Boston baked butt. We ain't trying to get rid of stinky stuff, not eat more eggs. Like, right? We're trying to lessen the load of the critter. So we don't want to eat things that involve digesting more critters and more critters, right? So you do that. But most importantly, you stay hydrated. Most importantly, you go your eggs to bed. And when I say carry your eggs to bed, I mean carry your eggs to bed in darkness, without TikTok, without the television, without the lamp. Go into the darkness, go into the rest mode completely, so your body can successfully reset. Because you hit the reset button when you place the Alchemist oil in your navel. Place 1 drop of the Alchemist oil inside of your navel to support those odors and that skin balance. There are people in the physical reality that have these issues, all kind of little issues, man-made issues. Let's think of some of the skin ones: eczema, alopecia, rosacea, psoriasis. Ain't nothing but at the core of it all, even the big C, the core of it all, ain't nothing but a little critter going. Because everybody with a big C have low magnesium. Where your magnesium going? You mean to tell me even if you ate a burger, you ain't getting there magnesium? Even if you have the shittiest diet, you get magnesium. Pizzas and burgers all have something green on it. Burger got lettuce, burger got pickle. Sometimes the little sauces be having green stuff in it, so we know we got magnesium on burger. Pizza got green onions. They got mushrooms. Ooh, vitamin D in the mushrooms. They got pineapples on there. They got the all color peppers. Sometimes they have onion. Onion is an antibiotic by itself, antifungal. And you mean to tell me you ain't got no magnesium after you ate your pizza? Make it make sense. Where your magnesium went? You got a hole in your ass that just drains out magnesium? No, you got a critter in your ass that just go. And the critter saying, I got mine. The on shopping cart below. The Alchemist oil, made by yours truly. God is just be the world's most powerful antioxidant. These years saved my life, y'all. I've saved many lives with it, but the first one was my own. The first one was my own. Because these issues that I'm talking about, I never broke it down like this here. I never understood what irritable syndrome was, what vertigo was. I didn't understand when my hair was thinning in. I didn't understand when I kept getting the. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil, the sicknesses, the common cold. It is everything. I didn't understand when I had fluid-filled bumps. I didn't understand when I used to wear glasses. That something was sucking the life force out of my transverse colon, because the transverse colon right here is how you see. So if you got blurry vision, you got blurry digestion abilities right up in here, and you'll notice it because after you eat, you get a little swole right here. You get a little bloated right here, and sometimes your stomach hurt right here. Transverse colon is right here, baby, and it tells you. The body knows. It gives you signals all of the time. All right. So that's it. That's my spiel. I shared with you what the Alchemist oil was, how to get it. It's in the orange shopping cart below. Where to put it, how to add it, what is it does, what is it supporting, and how it will soothe and support your body's natural detox pathway, supporting your skin balance and odor control, because you're not supposed to be funky and your shit is not supposed to stink. It stink because they have critters laying shit inside of you. And one day the critters try to become the host. And if they're successful at becoming the host, them same cockroaches in the kitchen example that I shared with you, that you spray Raid on, will end up being you as that cockroach that's on that counter, out like a light, right? Because the critter took over. Don't let nobody or no thing suck your life force, and that is beautiful. That's a word right there. In the physical reality, let nobody suck your life force. You're supposed to be preserving yourself. You're supposed to be sovereign and preserving yourself because you're God in the physical reality. How dare you let some kind of critter come inside of you and take over your power? God ain't supposed to be having no damn stomach ache. God ain't supposed to be sick. God is supposed to be sovereign. I have given you the power, love, and a sound mind. And this is why I love coming here and breaking this here down in language terms so you could understand. You have a sound mind. You understand exactly what the hell I'm saying up in here. You hear me? You are God in physical form. Thank you for supporting and trusting the Alchemist oil. All right. Do they have any questions? Because I'm a little retired little lady. I'm about to go watch my birds now. I can lead you to the well, but I can't make your ass drink. And no, I ain't gonna be here all day damn long trying to work on no damn hustle. Because I ain't no hustler, baby. I'm a lover. I'm God. Yeah, I answered that one already. We should be fasting. Yes. Right. So no more. Thank you for sharing the live. Click on the orange shopping cart below if you're interested in purchasing the Alchemist oil. And if you're scared, take your time, but hurry up, baby. If you're scared, I get it, because I also sell like the hormonal balancer, the wild yam butter. Not here on TikTok, on my other place where I do my thing. And I understand that there are people who be concerned about, releasing their little critters. Like, oh, I'm scared, but I'm scared. These same people do not be nervous when they eat bottom feeders that been sucking on dead corpse. Like, right? These same people, they don't be scared when they eat oxtail, when they eat Boston baked butt. They don't be scared. Thank you for viewing the Alchemist all. But if you're scared, it's okay. Take your time. Take your time. But understand, if you have these critters, they multiply by thousands. If you have a cat in your or a dog in your house, I don't think you need to take that much time though. Because just think about that. They have to get dewormed. They scoot their ass on that rug in front of you while you're watching television. They'll scoot that ass on the floor to scratch that ass from a critter. So that means they got it from the rooter to the tutor. A little critter, little wiggly thing up beside of them. And they trying to put it on your rug. So that means your rug, if you have a dog and you've ever seen this act before, your rug got little eggs on it. Oh, God forbid you ever step barefooted on that rug to the sole of your feet. We talked about that already. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. We talked about that already. The soles of the feet, that's nerve endings down there. That's an entryway through the skin. The skin absorbs, right? You step on that, and guess what? You got a little egg in there in the bottom of your feet. And it's in there. We got to be mindful. And, I don't understand, we love our cats and our dogs and stuff too, but we got to be mindful. You taking the dog to get dewormed, but when you going to take care of what it left, what you can absorb from it living in your home now, what you could absorb by eating. And this don't mean just eating meat. I'm not telling you all to be vegetarians or anything like that, or vegans or anything like that. These critters live on tomatoes, apples, lettuce. Okay? Thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil. They live and they multiply. They're everywhere. So you just got to make sure your load ain't high. And so if you funky after a day of not wearing deodorant, your load is high. If you're sweating through your antiperspirant, your load is high. If your booty cheeks is itching and wiggling and something seem like it's trying to come out of that hole, and you got to clench them booty cheeks, your load is high. If you have skin issues, your load is high. You're so acidic that in the skin stuff is coming out. If you have rosacea, you got egg sitting on your cheek, your load is high. If you hug yourself right now and you feel rough right here, your load is high. Because that ain't nothing but an indicator. Rub right here. That's an indicator if you got little eggs. Right here smooth, right here smooth, but right here rough. That's a common place where the eggs be. Don't get mad at me for telling you. Be happy that somebody did, so now you can release what no longer is serving you. Release that load. If you gotta read stuff over and over, your load is high. If you're wearing glasses, your load is high. If you got a fat back, don't you be bragging about that big back. Oh, I'm a big back. No, your load is high. If you got a protruding belly, no, that's my big belly, man. That's all. No, boo boo, your load is high. Your load of critters, of yeast, of fungus is high. You don't want your load to be high. If you don't play some Alchemist all up in the daggone belly and kick your to sleep and drink you some water and release some of that load. Bag lady, why you toting all them bags like that? All right? Yes, thank you so much. My order should be here soon. Oh, you already ordered? Oh, bless you. Thank you for ordering the Alchemist Oil and trusting. I appreciate you. This is my passion, y'all. I come on here because this is my passion of everything that I love to do, to be in a position to help other people. I worked in corporate America. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get up out of here. I worked in a corporate America, for over 22 years. I retired earlier because, I was in engineering. I got degrees and all of that little boring bean counter stuff. But here, helping people with their life, it's so much more rewarding. So I retired from that, and this is just what I do, and I do it only when I love to do it. It ain't like it's a hustle for me. It's rewarding for me. Right? That's why you ain't gonna catch me on live all damn day long. I just pop up when I feel good or feel like it, and then I just leave when I got birds to watch. So I'm here to teach you because you remind me of me. Once upon a time I wondered and I prayed to God. I'm like, God, why am I always sick? There was a moment in my life when I was younger in the school, and I don't know how many days it is now, but I would miss 17 days cramping. Thank you for trusting the Alchemist Oil. I would miss 17 days, and you could only miss up to 17 days before you fail for the whole year. But I needed all 17 of my damn days because just my cycle was so unbearable. My cycle was so excruciating and pain and heavy bleeding and all because I was toxic. You hear me? Trying to figure stuff out for myself. I had to educate myself. This is why on the other side, not here on TikTok, but in that other place that you could go to check out my other stuff. That's why I have so many little programs and stuff. Just leading the way. One of them is called on my other place. One of them is called How Do I Figure This Shit Out? That's why I come here to help y'all for free.com. How do I figure this shit out? It's the name of one of them. Because I was on a journey trying to figure out what's going on. Why my face look like this? Why I keep gaining all this weight? Why I got damn thyroid issues? Now, thyroid? What the hell that mean? Why my nervous system ain't regulated? Why my hormones out of balance? Why? I needed to know why. Never stop asking why, because that is the beginning of all wisdom. And here I just share with you why. I'll share with you why. Now, if you don't do nothing with your why, then that's all on you, shit. But hey, I'm just trying to share with you that this is my heart, my passion. Ain't that many real ones out there that saying, hey, I done found it, y'all. I done found it, and I want you to experience it too. I want you to experience it too. That's all. Just come on back and tell me, I got mine, and it did this like the others. Because it touches my heart. That is the most rewarding thing. It touches my heart. Like, Goddess, you have no idea. The emails that I get when they say, Goddess, you have no idea. This stuff is the truth. This stuff even worked for me when I went camping. It didn't help with the mosquito bites. We got tore up and I put this on my legs and it helped me there. Oh, Goddess, guess what? It helps with neuropathy. Goddess, it supports my this and it supports my that. And Goddess, I had this da-da-da-da-da and I had this so-called cyst in this da-da-da-da area. And guess what, Goddess? And guess what, Goddess? And guess what, Goddess? And I'm like, really? Oh, gosh. That's what I get off on. Oh, my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Oh, my teenagers no longer want you no more. I put this here underneath his pits and oh my gosh, you should have smelt him, Goddess, but no longer. These together is for adults. If you have children, only use the carrier oil on the children. Because this one here is really potent. It causes like a tingling / burning sensation, like right? That's why you gotta dilute it. That's why it's in a glass bottle. That's why you need to respect the potency of it. So only use this one here on children. Right? But anyway, that's it. That's my life for today. I'm about to get up out of here. Any questions? Anything is possible. Thank you for the follow. Yes, the other day. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, you ordered it the other day. Good for you. Yeah, I got to check the daily orders for today. I didn't look at them for today, but I ship out. Oh, last but not least, do I have one open? I was going to show you what it looked like open. I got one. This is not a bundle. My bundles are not in front of me right now, but I want to show you last but not least before I get up out of here. If you order the bundle, of course, you'll be getting this here bottle, which is a carrier oil plus the Alchemist oil. But I want to show you how it comes here because one of the reviews, it was a 5-star review, but the man was like, I wonder if the wholesalers messed with it. But no, they didn't. I make sure at all levels that this here oil that I'm telling you about that's really, really potent is secure. And I tighten it real, real tight. I put bubble wrap on it. I have the orange sticker on it. All of these are little warning signals, right? And then right here on top of the bubble wrap, there's also a warning sign right here, you know, just to tell you to keep it out of the reach of children because it's 100% and it's real, real potent. You can smell it in the darn mailbox when it comes, right? And I put a little black piece of tape around there, around the trim of this here bottle, right? So inside of here, this is a black tape. It's tightened real, real good. That way, in transit, if you know the post office ain't good with it, they too will know. Hey, this must be diluted with the oil. Don't you try to dilute this here with water. If it leak anywhere, don't use water. Use another oil to sop it up because water is just going to intensify the little tingling. That is just activating the potent properties inside of here. So you'll feel that on top contact. So please dilute it. Please respect the potency of it. And then you get a little note of how to use it inside there. And so this here little bag itself, it also is ziplocked. You know, it is tied tight, so really nothing shouldn't go wrong. But I just make sure that, you know, it's really secure because you really got to protect the potency and respect the potency. And then you get a little thank you card. And I wrote on it, every last one of them myself. You see that? Just be good. It's just be. Ain't that cute? I like that. I like that. My inner child be so excited when I get the orders in because, like I said, that's what I wanted to do in my life. Be in a position to help other people with theirs. All right? Any questions? What is this? Where do you get the oil that you only use on children and you say we have to use them together? In the bundle. So when you click on the one chapter card below, you'll see two options. You'll see options just to get the oil by itself. And then you'll see another option and it says bundle. And that way you get this here oil together, the carrier oil too. So you can't get just the carrier oil by itself. There is no option just for it. No. It's either the bundle or the Alchemist oil. Yeah. Hey, lady. Hey, Jay. How you doing? Yeah. So, thank you so much for coming on. You're so welcome, baby. Yep. Any other questions? I'm about to wrap it up and go feed my ducks and watch some birds, look at the water, because I'm retired and I do what I want, and that's what I want to do. I want some peace. All right, we're going to count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This video, thank you for trusting the Alchemist oil, was brought to you by Goddess Just Be.